Identifying constraints. Time. I will need about 6 weeks inside and outside of college to develop the pictures and portfolio itself. I have been trying to develop my portfolio from home as well, buying the folder and getting creative. I'm hoping to take all the pictures I need for this portfolio in one day and then spend the rest of the time developing the images. Whether it's analogue or digital photography, I will need time to do both. Costs. Hopefully, I'm going to be leaving the cost down because I don't really have the money to pay for any special locations or anything. The funds have been significantly lowered because I don't need to pay for equipment. I can just use the college ones. I can also hopefully borrow these overnight if I'd need to. The location for the shoot would be around college as an on-screen location, and then I'm hoping to go either to a woods or to a park to take the rest of the images. I'm doing this so the audience can have more than one location to be impressed by. Personnel. I will be managing everyone for this project, from models to makeup designers. The models will be Sade Burnham and Corey Porter. The makeup stylist will be myself. I don't want to include a lot of makeup, just a natural look will be fine for this shoot. I will also be in charge of cameras and lighting. This should be an easy job as I have experience from Vicky's unit as well alongside of this unit. Resources. I will need two 500Ds or 600Ds. I will also need some lighting, hopefully just a red light should be fine. This lighting should be enough for the images to look good. I'm hoping to make sure the images are high street fashion, so I will need the trigger flashes to put on the top of my camera so it reflects and the lighting is good enough on the picture. Legal and ethical considerations. I don't really have any legal issues, just copyright would be the most important issue, and clothing brands. I need to make sure none of the clothing which is worn by the models is branded. If it is, it will need to be covered up somehow to resolve this problem. I don't really have any privacy issues. My models don't really mind their pictures going on the internet or in portfolios. They knew from the start that this was going to be my portfolio, so they won't mind displaying the images. My models are alternative, so hopefully they should engage with an alternative audience and mainstream audiences too. Identify copyright. There shouldn't be many problems, like I've said, with the copyright. I just need to make sure branding isn't an issue. I will hopefully not be including many clothing issues, maybe only 2 or 3 items. I want a lot more extreme close-ups and close-ups on the face than just mid-shots of the whole clothing range. I think the real beauty is within the face, and I want to display this in my images. So Sade Burnham, as I've said, is quite an alternative. She wears a lot of drop-dead branding. This will need to be covered up or edited out. I will be covering this by taking a picture of another piece of her body. I will be just cutting out the branding. There will be no additional cost to copyright issues. The major constraints for me are my models. Using 2 models means I have to take the time out of my days off college and timetable days in college just to fit in what's best for my models. If these 2 models do fall through, then I will need to choose other ones. This should hopefully be my friends again. This should be fine with them. I have mentioned it to a few more of my friends and they have said there's no problem. Many of my friends love taking pictures and love fashion. The reason why I wanted Sade so much was because she's an alternative person with different fashion, and I thought this could be quite effective, shows more than just an average mainstream model.